boys? We're back. It's week 5, episode 4, Salty Spitoonz TV. We got a special guest with us. You want to say a little what's up, Savage Dav?
Yo, what's up? It's Savage Dav over here straight from the DC office. It's freezing nuts out here, literally.
Yeah. We
We're
transferred
gonna
to the
start it
Texas
off like
office.
we usually do. We're in Texas office right here. What's it called? We're gonna start it off with our shout out to the highest score. It's gonna go to Yokokamish himself, A Rojas, with a fucking solid 160,
That's
170
rigged.
points. Could have gone
That's
for more.
rigged.
The only thing.
Yeah, we're gonna switch things up a little bit, but for now, we'll just continue the show as we go. You'll notice that there'll be a difference later on. So we'll start it off. Eli's contender, your boy Savage Dav, dude.
In the house.
I mean, making those trades in the
Oh, yeah.
house, you got to call him out. Tony, who's your pretender?
So I could have picked his best friend Diego, but I ain't gonna go there. Because you can't pick on a man when he's down. I will pick on somebody who's up right now, and I'm saying the pretender going forward. Tex-Mex Ana. We finally seen the armor crack. The perfection is gone. I'm worried about those running backs. We can get into this in the matchups and pick'ems, but I am worried about this team going forward.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Tony.
Savage?
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Look, H Rods 13 he needs to change that, but he has a very solid team that could pop off any week, and I think if this is one of the weeks to take down Anna, and I think going forward she might lose more matchups. It's looking pretty steep.
Hot take, heard it here first.
The highs are high, the lows they're pretty low, man.
Gonna be lower. Yeah. All right. Moving up to our trades, Tony. What are our trades looking like? What activity's been going on down there?
So we got actually the man of the hour himself. That's why we had to get him on the show for you guys, because we had another big trade come through last week. It was this man. This week is this man again. We got Josh Jacobs. We got Zach Ertz. We got the Buffalo kicker Bass going to Diego, but coming back the Savages direction, we got Darren Waller, Najee Harris, and the Eagles kicker.
Najee.
So big players on the move. We got to know. Give us a little bit of the scoop in there. One, who was the piece that you were like, that I got to make this trade for that guy? And how are you feeling after that accept button went through?
Yo, so yeah, some pretty crazy trades have been going on between me and Diego. But it's a pain to trade with them, honestly. So, somebody that I really wanted was Najee, right? I think that he has great upside. I think that they're gonna figure this out, or the Steelers offense is gonna figure it out with this new quarterback. What's his name, Pickett? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think they're gonna start figuring some stuff out. I'm hoping they're gonna do a little bit more of some dump off passes to him, and I think his value is really gonna increase. I mean, Josh Jacobs coming off a really good week, and he actually has a lot of upside for the rest of the season. But to me, I've been holding on to him. He's been okay. Don't get me wrong. He blows up one week. All right, maybe he's got some trade value, right? So I think Najee has the yeah. So I think Najee has the best upside here. I was a little sad to let go of Ertz, right? So he did, in my opinion, win that trade. I think Ertz will finish on top of or above Waller in the final rankings. But yeah, some interesting trades going through. The kicker, I have no idea. He just wanted my kicker, I guess. I was like, I don't even care, man. I stream kickers, man. That's not gonna make or break me.
Pull the Nana trade right there.
Interesting. So you just to clarify, you said you think he won the trade overall, or you just think
no. Well, to me, right, running backs are probably the most crucial part of your team, right? So my team has unfortunately gone through some situations in the running back scene, right? So I'm trying to get that stronger for the rest of the season. I'm in a good spot in terms of wins right now, so I can afford to kind of play around with the running backs, and I'm trying to build a good running back while maintaining my wide receivers, right? So that's kind of the idea, right? Who's going to be better in the long term? And I think Najee wins that.
I like what you said.
The tight end is tight end is still a little bit more replaceable in my opinion. So I think I win that trade overall.
All right. I like what you said about the running backs. I'm right there. I know a guy who's got a lot of good running backs on his team because he feels the same way. He feels the same damn way.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right? Most people go into their draft thinking like, oh well, I want to build my starting set, right? But let me tell you what gets real thin, and that's waiver wire running backs. That shit gets thin immediately coming into the season, right? We've seen it here. It's like week 5, and it's just thin.
Yeah. But we're gonna move on to our next section. You're hearing his thoughts out loud right now, but what are the things that come out of his head? We'll hear that right now.
A couple of people have been thinking that me and Diego might be best friends. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I actually hate this fucking guy. No, I'm just kidding. But he's honestly a very difficult player to trade with. Doesn't seem to have his mindset on any trade, even the ones he proposes. So it's a little tough. But it's been working out in the past couple of weeks. Believe me, even last season, I think we talked about a lot of trades that just never happened, right? So this year, I guess it's a good thing, right? Tex-Mex Anna goes on a losing streak. I think she loses this one, loses the next one, and I think she possibly loses against Eli as well. Savage Dad versus Mezcal Papi. I actually voted for myself to win this week. However, I actually think I could lose this week. I could very easily lose this week. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to lose this week.
Hope you guys enjoyed that segment. Your own Savage Dad himself spinning some hot fire. So we're gonna go into our power rankings. We're starting off with number 1. He's gonna enjoy this bit. Mezcal Papi himself is our number 1 right now. Fucking got some.
Hey, how much they pay? How much they paying the refs over there?
I don't know, man. It's that candle, man. It's working. That little Jesus candle has been going on.
Candle,
dude. It's the candles, dude. It's where it's at. Who we got at number 2, Tony?
For this week and this week only, y'all saw the diss track. It's already out. The rivalry is going to end this week. He's 2 right now. Number last in your hearts. Lil Chubb is on number 2. He's you know, I give him credit. His team's been firing, especially last week. Eckler came through. This week it stops. Maybe, you know, maybe I'll get to be number 2 next week. Where do you got me right now? Mish, I need to know.
I got you at number 3, bro. Like,
I'll take that.
Your team's right there. Your running backs are showing off. I mean, I've been calling it since the very beginning. Your team's stacked, my brother. It's stacked. All right, who we got at number 4? I think he's going to enjoy this one.
The featured guest just keeps rising and rising every week. We can't deny the trades. He's starting to add the wins now, too. We got Savage Daf, number 4. Big wide receiver, 3-headed monster out there. So we'll see. We'll see if those guys can set that high ceiling for him every week.
And at number 5, fallen, potentially deep nosedive to the punishment bowl at Tex-Mex Anna.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah. All right, rounding it out, we got H-Rods himself. Didn't need Kamara this last week. Like, what? Like, he was just like, all right, whatever.
Should he be number 1?
Derek Yeti showing up.
Do you get credit if you miss a whole ass RB1 in your lineup and you still win? Should you just be number 1 the next week? I mean, like, what is that?
Bro, like, I mean, you might as well. All right, we're going straight into matchups and pick 'em. The first matchup is A. Rojas versus Chubb. Who we got, boys? Tony, you want to go first?
Nah. I want to hear Sav say it first. Who you think is going to win that matchup?
We got the Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs stack.
Bro, I got CMC on my bench right now. That's how deep I am.
This is a tough matchup right here. Honestly, I think Tony takes this, but I think he barely takes this. I think he's gonna pucker up here a little bit, and get ready for a tough matchup.
I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, Josh Allen is scary, man. But I think you barely sneak this one out.
Scary.
That the Allen Diggs double stack is what is scaring me. But I do think I eke this one out too.
Okay. All right. Well, I got
the Kokimish himself winning it as well. Little Chubb got saved by one fucking field goal. Should not even be in those top rankings right now, but
bro,
it is what it is. Just calling it out. Next matchup, we got potential shitball, maybe. Ooh. You got your commish against Diego. Who we got? Diego been making some moves.
I'm gonna jump in here real quick. I'm gonna say, regardless of who wins, we're all losers here for this matchup. But honestly, I think Diego gets his first one. That's not a shot at you, bro. But the matchups look good. I mean, if Swift plays, that'd be crazy. He's gonna have that working in his favor. I think he's got an edge on. I hate to say it because you guys know how I hate these fucking things. But the kicker and the defense, I think he has a matchup, and those points count in this league. So I'm going there.
You know what, man? I'm going against you, man. I think Diego does not win this. Look, man, you got Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase comes back big this week against Baltimore. I think Pittman is gonna do well. I think Cooks is gonna do well versus the Jags. Right, we got Breece Hall in his flex. That's going to be against the Miami Dolphins. Like, the Miami Dolphins can go on a serious rampage of just letting running back score and letting anybody score, honestly. So I don't know. I think Eli has this matchup. I'm gonna have to disagree with you, respectfully.
Break the tie.
Yeah, damn. I'd like to be there with you, Savage. Just Jamar Chase hasn't showed up. That Miami defense is tough, man. They've been carrying that back of. I mean, that's Tua. Sorry, hope he's doing well, but damn, that Miami D is doing pretty well. That Miami team is different. They're revamped, and I got two players against them, so we'll see what goes on. I do have Diego, but I mean, would I love for him to be 0-5? Fuck yeah! And am I gonna try? Fuck yeah! So we'll see what happens this week. You got Tex-Mex on against H-Rods. Who you got in there?
This one's close.
With Eddie making some moves, he hardly makes any moves. So
yeah, this one's close.
I mean, she paid money for Algier. I mean, but she doesn't know who to play between.
We can get into that. So this is why I am going with Eddie, because the situation that Anna finds herself in right now is every running back on her roster is a question mark. You have to figure out who are the exact right two that I need to play to get my baseline of points. And Algier is in a committee. Boone's in a committee. ATN is splitting time with Robinson.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's hard to make that right choice, even for one slot, but to make it for two, it's going to be tough. And I know what Eddie's team is. I know that floor. I trust that floor. I'm going Eddie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Yeah, Eddie's team just seems a little bit more solid this week. You got Kyler Murray versus the Eagles. It's gonna be tough, but you got Miles Sanders who potentially can go off versus a decent Cardinals offense. You got Mike Evans that can definitely go off versus Atlanta. That guy can have a monster game, and you also have Hollywood Brown playing the Eagles. He could be more of a reception dependent this week. I don't think he'll get too many yards, but I think the ball's certainly gonna go his way. Right, so he also has a stack if Kyler throws a little touchdown to him. So it's gonna be rough for Tex-Mex to take this one out.
Yeah,
don't gotta break no tiebreakers, but I mean I gotta go with H-Rod himself. Like I'm agreeing with the fall and those running backs. It's gonna be tough to decide or to figure out who's actually gonna be carrying our team and who's gonna be playing this week. Let's move on to Jay Molly versus Coolero. Coolero, like, what the fuck? He was like our number one, like not like 2 weeks ago.
That was
one less.
That was.
I just want to point out that I always knew he was a pretender. Always knew.
Woo! Woo! It's just spitting hot takes. We needed these takes, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look
Who
at
we
his
got,
team,
boys?
right? You got Tyreek Hill is probably the best player on there. You got Jackson, which he's been doing good, but Jackson can't carry the team alone, man. He's got Herbert that comes in a little bit. I don't know. What do you think, Tony?
No Taylor, big problem. Josh.
Big problem.
I think Josh gets the win. And I think part of it's the injuries, part of it's situation. Brian Robinson's coming back. Gibson's, I don't know. Is he going to the trash can now? So that's another running back down. So
yeah. He's definitely gonna have some touches stolen by Robinson, right? He's gonna go in there. He's at least stealing 5 touches, I would imagine.
And what if they're the goal line? If you're not getting no touchdowns out of Gibson now too, what? That was the whole reason we didn't like the pick in the draft. I mean, then Robinson got shot, and we forgot about that problem for a few weeks. But
you know who else got shot? Anna's team got shot in the fucking kneecaps. I'm telling you right now.
All right, rounded it out. We got. Oh well, I guess I chose cool. Honestly, like I've always been a downer on Josh's team. I know.
Yeah. That's all
I gotta say. Like, we'll see what happens after this week.
Yo,
but I'm sure
Tom Brady just got divorced or something. He just got separated, and you're telling me he's not gonna go off this week. This man's gonna throw for like 45 at least. 45
There's
points.
like a thing. I don't know about that. I see players regret like do shitty when they play like when they're going
versus the Falcons Tom Brady versus Falcons.
Here's the thing though. In order for Tom Brady to suffer in fantasy because of this, he would also need to have a real human heart, and I do not think he does. So I don't think he's wired that way. Cold. He don't give a fuck. He's cold as icy. I don't give a fuck.
He wants he's a competitor, a true competitor at nature. I don't think he's gonna want to lose this at all. I think he's gonna fucking do good.
We know what type of ring he values more. That Super Bowl ring is number one on the list.
God damn. All right. Well, we're finalizing it. We got Mescal versus Savage Death. Do we got the potential playoff winner this year? Like the match?
You definitely have. This is the championship preview right here, I think. I don't know. I think we have the championship preview. I think I lose. I think I lose this week. It's going to be close, though, I think. I think it's going to be real close.
What's your take, Tony?
I mean, I don't want to kick a guy when he's down, but I will. So I also think Mescal's going to win. I'm thinking he's got a lot of explosive players over there. I mean, like any given week, those guys could go off. Jalen Waddle, who knows, he could go off that way that Miami offense is getting schemed over there. So I just think there's a lot of guys he's calling his team questionable.
His problem right now is that Kamara might not play. If Kamara doesn't play, he might be in some trouble for sure. I can see that.
Though. I think he does. Yeah. I think Kamara plays in against the Seahawks, who are.
Yeah, I think he tears up the Seahawks.
That's the thing. Plus, they got to keep up with Geno. They got to keep up with Geno. He's dropping bombs over there. They need to score.
He's so fucking good. I don't think Kamara plays this.
He's not good. He's not good.
He's new hotness.
He's good.
He's good for now. He's good for now.
He's good for that. Scheme,
I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that this man just came out of nowhere and just started completing like 80% of his passes. Like what?
He wasn't playing in that same type of West Coast offense over there. They simplified it. They funneled through the run game. They're asking him to be like a game manager, like the way that Washington had Kirk Cousins trying to be, the way Jimmy G is in San Francisco. They're not asking him to be Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. They're just asking him to be Geno, and he's delivering. I'm gonna give him his flowers right now because
I agree.
You should have been out of the league. You should have been out of the league.
Yeah, he stuck around, and man, I think it's gonna pay off. Do you think they franchise him?
Nah. They pick up a rookie.
So you see what I'm saying? Like he's good for now. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, I ain't drafting him next
year.
But
I don't see Kamara popping up. I feel like they should be in a good place where they can run whatever play. Taysom Hill might be taking the ball more. Fucking Ingram might be taking the ball as well. Like I don't see I feel like they're gonna weed Alvin Kamara in So I don't see him going off. That Tua not playing is going to affect Waddle. I feel like right now he's going to be relying on Jalen Waddle and Gesicki more. With Bridgewater from that last game that we were looking at, and I mean, I feel like Burrow, he's only getting warmed up. That offensive line is getting more comfortable, and I mean, shit, dude, that Cincinnati team is doing well, and I feel like Najee Harris can go off against the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills team is injured, and at the same time, that rookie quarterback is, I mean, he's not going to throw that much, honestly. So that's kind of my take onto why I feel like Savage Travis taking it this week.
Nice, yeah, that you make some solid points there.
Yeah, guys. Well, thanks for joining.
Yeah. Appreciate the swing through to our special guest. Shout out, everybody. Give it to Savage Dad.
Yo, thanks for having me on, man. It's been a blast. We'll be out here in DC if y'all need anything.
We're gonna need some info on the Commanders, because who the fuck knows what's happening over there?
Please, yeah, exactly.
You need me to go spy? You need me to go spy?
You know what you need to do? You need to protect your investment. You need to go hang out with Brian Robinson and keep him out of trouble.
Hot take number 3. I'll take number 7. Hot take number 25. I actually sent somebody to go Robinson so I can draft him lower. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Hot take.
The opinions expressed here by Savage Dad do not reflect the
FBI, open up!
Open up! Nah, but thanks for joining, boys. We're logging off. Like, subscribe, follow. Peace.
That money clip us